Welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year! For my first video in 2026, I'm putting together a mini desk calendar. I'll be using my Cricut machine and print then cut for this project. You can get really creative with these and personalize them however you like. I designed most of this from scratch in Cricut Design Space, so I'll head over there and show you how I put it all together. First, I'm going to click on Shapes. I am going to be using a rounded square. You can choose whatever shape you want for this. You can do a regular square. I've also seen people have some fun images. I've seen a vase with flowers coming out of it. I've also seen someone use a jar and have crafting utensils come out of it. I've seen a typewriter with flowers coming out. You can get as creative as you want. I'm making mine somewhat simple, but I do like the rounded edges. I'm going to size this. The size that I chose was 4.5 by 5. I had to make this a little longer because the block that I'm putting this in has about 1/4 inch of space where you wouldn't be able to see the calendar. I'll put a picture on the screen so you kind of know what I'm talking about. I'm going to change this to the color white. That's what color I want it to be when I print it. I am using pink cardstock, so it will not be white. I'm also going to change the background color down at the bottom right. It makes it a lot easier to see this. Now I'm going to upload the calendar and my first image. I found everything from Creative Fabrica, and I'll put links down in my description box. I spent so much time looking for the perfect images for these. I want this January calendar. I'll hit the plus, and I'm going to use this image for January. I'll hit view. I'll make these a lot smaller. All the images I'm doing, I searched for watercolor. I just thought it had a really cool look to it. I'm going to leave this to the side at first. One thing with this, I thought it'd be really fun to have a different font. So what you can do is you can contour out January up here. I do find that takes longer than this other method. You can also just slice January out of that layer. I'm gonna do that. I'll click on this square. I'll bring it over here. Just drag this over. Then I'll drag my mouse over both this rectangle and calendar. You can see both layers are selected. Then I will hit slice. It'll look like nothing happened, but you can see the slice result on the side. You can click here to delete, or you can just click directly on it. Now I'll grab the font that I want to use for this. I just clicked text. Then at the top, I will choose what font I'm using. I'll click on System Font. It's one I've downloaded. I'll leave the link for this one as well. I bought it off Etsy. It was a whole bundle with lots of really cool fonts. Then I'll type January. Now I want to size this in here. I'm gonna make this a little smaller. Calendar over here. I'm gonna make this 3.5 inches for the width. I'm going to highlight over the rectangle and the calendar, and I am going to center this horizontally. I'm just eyeballing where I want this, but I do want to center it horizontally. I'll drag my mouse over the rectangle and font. Like I said earlier, I love looking in the layers panel because it shows me exactly what's selected. Sometimes it'll look like other things got selected, but here's where you can really see what's going on. Then I'm going to align center horizontally. Okay, that's looking great. I might group this together. As you can tell, I like to drag over things. It makes it a lot easier. Now I am going to be adding this to the top. I need to right click and send this to the back. And each month will have its own little image. I don't know exactly the size I want it yet, but I'll finalize it after I see the other month pages. I do want to add an offset around all of these. The reason why, I'll zoom in, this image wouldn't be too bad, But you can even see that there's going to be little cuts in here, and I find that it'll tear easily. It just won't hold up as well. So the offset tool, this has been my favorite thing that's been added to Design Space in the last, I don't know when it was added, might be a couple years now. I'll click on edit and I'll select offset. I do want it to be pretty small. I think I'll try 0.056. I'll hit apply. I'm going to make the offset white. It's already selected, so I will change it to white. I will eventually flatten everything together, but I do want to duplicate this. I think I'm going to just group this whole thing together. I find it a little easier, and I'm going to move it to the side for now. I'll go over to this one and hit ungroup. I need a different calendar for it, so I'll delete it. I do have the February one uploaded already. I'm going to make that the same size as this one, so it's 3.5 inches for the width. This looks a lot smaller, but that's because this has an extra row since there's only 28 days in February, but you can see it lines up. It's the same size. I'll grab my square and slice out February. Now I can bring this over here. I'm going to retype this and have it say February. Why do I always feel like I'm spelling February wrong? Just never looks right with the R. Now, as I'm lining this up, I think I'm going to bring it closer to here. I just want it to look as similar as possible. I'm going to highlight over my calendar and the square. I'm going to center horizontally, and I'll do the same thing for February. I want the calendar to line up the same. As you can see, they're not really lined up. What I'm going to do is select this. I'm just going to use the up arrow key so I can make it about as lined up as possible. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to upload my February image. You can see I have a few here. I downloaded a Valentine's Day bundle and these were all together, but I did end up choosing this one. It was tough to decide which one to do because they're all so cute. I'm gonna bring this down. With my offset, I want it to make it the same size. So I'll just drag it back down to the 0.056 for some reason. Okay, I'll hit apply, change it to white. Let's group the balloons together. Now I'm going to highlight over this whole thing. I'll group it together, and I want to make sure that it is not going to overlap with my other one. And as you can see, I'm going to hit ungroup, and I'm going to slide this over to about here. It could overlap a little bit. Now I'm going to do March. I'm not going to show everything since I've already done 2, but I do need to upload the March calendar. I'm going to bring March in here. I wish Cricut let you add them all at once. That would be a really great update. They seem to do the ones that we don't like, and then they don't do the ones we want. And I really don't like how this is always popping up. It just takes up so much of design space. This to March. I thought about doing St. Patrick's Day, but I might do rain boots instead. Okay, so I'll group this together. Then we're going to stack it up again and see how it looks. Okay, I followed the exact same steps for the April calendar. This is the image that I'm using for it. I love tulips, so I had to use it. I was thinking the rain boots might fit better for April, but I'm keeping it with March and I'm doing tulips for April. Now I just want to make sure this lines up. I'm going to bring it over here and see how that looks. I might move them around just a tiny bit. I'm just going to use my arrow key to just barely move this over. How adorable is that looking? I'm going to put together the next 4 months the exact same way, and I'll show you how that looks. Here's what these next 4-month calendars look like. Now let's see how they stack. I think it looks pretty good. I just want the bow to move over a little bit. I'll hit ungroup, then I'll just slide that over just a tiny bit. I think that looks pretty good. Now I just want to make sure these sizes work with the other ones. So I am going to place them over here. I think that looks good. Now I'm going to do the last 4 months. Okay, I have the rest of these put together. I'm just going to make sure they line up well. I think that looks really good. Now I'm going to add this on top of the rest and just see how everything looks. I'm just really happy with how this is looking. Like I said, it took me forever to pick these images. I will link the ones that I'm using down in my description box. Now I need to go in and flatten all of these. What I'm going to do, since they're all stacked, is just click on each layer and select flatten. Okay, now I'm ready to click make. Sadly, it's too big to fit 2 on a page, so I'm going to use 12 different cardstock pieces. For each mat, I'll send it to the printer. Once it prints out, I'll have the Cricut cut it. One thing that would make it easier is to print all these off at the same time. I don't know if that's possible, but maybe because of the registration lines, let us know in the comments if you've done it. Otherwise, the way I'm going to do it is send it to the printer, cut, and then go to the next one. I'm going to turn off the bleed button. I do want to turn this on so I can select best for my quality. Okay, then I can hit print. I'm using the Recollections brand of cardstock from Michaels. This is 100-pound cardstock. I'm using it because it's what I had. You can use 65-pound cardstock as well. For my cut setting, I'm going to select heavy cardstock. With the cardstock being pink, I was a little worried the Cricut wouldn't be able to read the registration lines. Thankfully, it was able to. I do have a really great hack. It's in my 50 Cricut hacks video. You print out registration lines on white paper, then you tape over the registration lines it's struggling to read. The Cricut machine will cut this out. I'll take it off the mat, then move on to the next one. The months are printing off all random. You can choose what mat you want to print, so I could have gone in and chose January, February, and so on, but I just did it in the order Cricut Design Space did. Let me know what you're wanting to make with the Cricut machine this year, with it being the start of 2026. It's always fun to see what type of hobbies you're wanting to do. Even if the hobby isn't Cricut related, I would still love to know. I think in 2026, a lot of us are wanting to put down our phones and get back into other things. They are all done. Now I'm going to put it in order and stack it together. Here's how it looks with everything stacked together, and here's each one individually. I'll use this to hold my calendar. A brand sent this to me and it was for a sublimation project. It has a cord for a light and I won't use that. I might even just cut it off with scissors, but I thought this would be a perfect wood block to hold my calendar. They have a lot of options on Amazon, and I can link a couple down in my description box. Because I used the 100-pound cardstock, the paper is thicker. At first, I didn't think it was going to fit in the wood block, but I was able to make it work just doing a few at a time. Just make sure you check the sizing of your paper and that slit before making it to make sure it all fits. Here's a final look at this. It looks so cute in my office. You can get so creative with these and personalize it however you like. You can even add family photos on here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I would love it if you subscribed if you are new to my channel.